Darwin Nunez. Has there been a more polarizing figure at Anfield than Darwin Nunez? To go from nearly getting sent off right before the half ends and is probably a little lucky not to be sent off by how cynical the challenge is, to legit putting in a near, if not a man of the match performance in the second half, where he quite literally won us the game with his goal. And then, of course, him winning the penalty is insane, bro. It's insane. I just can't wrap my head around it. He perplexes me. Arne Slot perplexes me, and I'm glad I don't run this club. And it's not just him, it's also Diaz, who had an absolute shocker of a first half, but then comes in the second half and looks like the Diaz that we saw a week ago. Absolutely unplayable. Putting in defensive work, putting his defender to the sword. I don't know what I'm looking at sometimes with this Liverpool team, but Slot does. Slot came in at halftime and put belt to ass for a lot of these players and changed the game with 3 of these subs. And mind you, these are subs that I probably wasn't predicting, and you probably wasn't predicting. Bringing Jones off, bringing Sabasala off, you were probably saying, like I was, oh, Nunez is coming off after that challenge. Diaz is probably coming off. Good. We're trying to make it. No, Slot says, I'm going to make some subs. They're not going to be subs that you think that I'm going to make. And oh, we're going to do them right as the half starts. We're not waiting until the 65th minute, which is a complete night and day opposite of what we used to get with Jurgen Klopp, where Klopp would wait till the 60th and 70th minute to make something happen. Arne Slot identified the problem and changed it immediately. And it was the control in the midfield. Bringing on Maka, Elliott, and then Endo to close out the game was a master class again by Slot. Still baffled how all of the subs work pretty much every single time for Arne Slot. And it's the same players. It isn't like he's bringing on a player that he just signed and he changed the game. No, these are players that we've had, and they maybe started the last game, or maybe they didn't, right? He'll bring on a Diaz and he'll change the game. He'll bring on Maka and he'll change the game. He'll bring on Elliott and he'll change the game. It isn't like we're getting different players. These are the same players. He's just identifying scenarios where these players will do better in these situations versus the players that are on the field. That's a hallmark of a coach, of a fantastic coach. And I was saying this in the Discord today. You don't need new signings as a manager. You need to learn how to coach. You don't need new signings as a manager. You need to learn how to do your job. And Slot is putting a lot of these managers on notice, bro. With little to no resources, he's been able to turn this Liverpool team into unbeatable. Not unstoppable, but unbeatable. They're extremely hard to defeat. If the PSG victory wasn't a sign of this, this victory is another sign of this. And for those who think PSG are going to come to Anfield, this stadium, and get a result, you are high, and I want some of it. I don't think we've ever seen a team turn it around from 45 minutes to 45 minutes like this before, a game of 2 halves. And let me know what you guys think. Have you seen a result like this before? Who's your early man of the match prediction? I have 2 that are mine. And while you're down there, make sure you subscribe. We are so close to 6,000 subs. Let's get over the line in this one. Big shout out to everyone who decided to sub in the last video. I'm going to continue to do content like that. Appreciate all of you. And while you're down there, let us know where you're watching from. But let's talk about the subs again. Nothing like what we were expecting. And thankfully, none of us coach Liverpool. Chap made a really, really good point when we were watching the game together. If we did things the way that everyone else in the league did, we'd get what they got, which is hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars spent with nothing to show for it. It's a contrarian approach. Whatever's happening in the market, do the opposite. And it's pretty obvious when it comes to literally any type of business. If everybody's going this way, you want to be the black sheep and go that way. Everybody's spending money, you want to save money. Everybody's saving money, you want to spend money. And I love it. And they have the perfect coach to implement this type of tactic. You don't need new signings. Like I said before, you need to learn how to be a manager. And Slot is the definition of a real manager. Every single one of the subs were perfect, and they weren't the ones me or you would have made. And that's just period. He's managed. It's savant-like. He's a managerial savant. And it's time to already give this man his flowers. Because imagine when he actually brings in players that he feels fits his tactical system. Unbelievable stuff from Arne Slot. I applaud you, Arne. You are the man. I'm gonna shut my ass up. Somebody in the chat said, "Hold up, let him cook. Let him cook real quick." And I'm like, "All right, he might be overcooking." He didn't overcook. Cooked to perfection. Michelin star performance, just like the PSG game and this game as well. But let's talk about the goals. Diaz to Nunez, transformative half for both of these players. And I'm not sure what changed that in the second half, but these two turned it on. Diaz was unplayable and Nunez was a menace like he typically does. Nunez led to that follow-up pin. Diaz getting one, putting massive pressure on Sugawara, taking him to the absolute sword even when he came on. And mind you, Lucho has already been running for 80 minutes previous of this, or 70 minutes previous of this, and he's pushing Sugawara to the brink. Him and Darwin put in a freaking shift, not only in offense but also in defense. Mind you, Lucho created 6 chances in one half. From that first half to the second half switch, the space that was created in midfield from bringing Jones and Szoboszlai out, let Diaz do his work. Maka sat a little bit deeper, who is a shout for man of the match. I think he changed the match, actually. That Maka substitute was a massive game changer. Robbo being able to combine with Diaz was a huge one as well. Tsimikas coming off. Robbo looking like his old self. Unk still got it. Combining well with Diaz, and he looked like a freight train in some of these moments. So it was just beautiful today. Well done by Slot. Well done by these boys. And I know some people, there's some discourse around Mohamed Salah, but mind you, one, it's Ramadan. I know that's not really an excuse. He's fasting. He still bags 2 goals. He's on track to break not only the assist record, but the goal record in the Premier League. There's a lot of people are talking about he doesn't deserve the Ballon d'Or. If he doesn't, I don't know what to freaking tell you. If he doesn't get it, and he may not get it, just from a lot of the chatter that I've been hearing lately, they may give it to Rafinha. I don't know. If he doesn't get it, we all know who the real people's champ is, and it's Mohamed Salah. He doesn't need a Ballon d'Or to verify how good of a player and how legendary he is. He's said this since the beginning of this season. He's not chasing individual accolades this season. He wants to bring a Premier League title and a Champions League title to the big guys in this club that deserve it. Players like VVD, players like Mohamed Salah, players like Alisson Becker deserve to win multiple titles, and they are going to do that this year. I truly believe it, and they deserve to have multiple titles under their belt, not just one of everything, multiples of everything. And I think that underpins and underlines their greatness and Virgil van Dijk's greatness, Salah's greatness, Alisson Becker's greatness, and even to a degree, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Say what you will about Trent, and there's been a lot of discourse on the internet about Trent. Trent has been great these last couple games. Don't get it twisted. He's been good defensively these last couple games and was probably our best defender in the PSG match. Have some respect. Put some respect on his name, regardless of what decision that he makes in the summer. He deserves another Premier League title, and I think they get that. We're 16 points clear at the top. We got PSG midweek at Anfield. Don't forget that. And only one team has really been able to get a win off of this Liverpool side in the past year at Anfield. And if you think PSG is going to come playing the way that they play at Anfield, and you don't think they're going to get absolutely char-grilled by this Arne Slot side, you are ridiculous. The only way you win at Anfield is play like how Nottingham Forest played and steal a result, like how we stole a result from PSG, which is a notoriously hard ground to get results at. That's the only way you win at Anfield. And if PSG aren't coming, I don't think they have the personnel to even play like that. I think it's going to be an ugly game. Mark my words. Come back to this video. You can come back if we get fucking whooped 3-4-0. You can comment down below. This aged like milk. I'll take my lickings, but I think this Liverpool side, with our history, our heritage, how we perform in the Champions League, our legacy, the trophies that we have, the cabinet that we have, it allows us to have the confidence that Lakers fans have. Lakers fans, no matter what their teams look like, they always say, Lakers in 5. You could have Steph Curry, you could have Chef Curry, you could have non-Curry. It don't matter what it is. Lakers in 5. You could have PSG, you could have MSG, you could have FSG. Liverpool in 5. Liverpool in 5. You know what? Liverpool in 2. You're not even gonna score on us at Anfield. Let's be honest there. It's a crucial next 2 weeks that we could see for the title, where it could be all but secured. We could bag another trophy in the Carabao Cup. I don't give a damn if y'all call it a Mickey Mouse trophy or not. We're adding to the trophy cabinet. We're adding another one on top of it, extending the lead on Manchester United, and it's killing them. And of course, they're gonna call it a Mickey Mouse because they don't want us to win more titles, mind you. I'm taking it all day. Thank you. We could literally be on the brink in these next handful of weeks of something very, very special this week. Will it happen? I don't know, but I'm backing my team that potentially we could do something very special this year. We get past PSG. I think the sky's the limit for this Liverpool team. I really do. Liverpool fans, you can now dream. You're allowed to. I think this team is good enough for it. Liverpool in 2. Let's get it, boys. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna do another one tomorrow. See you soon. Thank you again for subscribing to the channel, supporting the channel. Have an amazing weekend. Enjoy this, revel in this. 16 points clear at the top. We're at the same points as we were last year under Jurgen Klopp. Keep that in mind. But we're not letting it unravel. So appreciate all of you guys. See you soon. Peace.